Hey everybody, what's going on? John here. Hope you're having a good holiday. Are you curious about what some of the top financial experts are saying about Bitcoin? I know I am. I've certainly had a lot of interest in Bitcoin over the years, and still, watch it. Certainly watch it. I don't really invest in Bitcoin. I do have a very small exposure to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is in Schwab, and then also I have two positions in ARK Invest, one in their global. I'm sorry, not their global, their ARK Innovation, and then the internet fund that they have, and then the innovation. I think actually the internet is the one that has some exposure, about 3% exposure to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. I'll go ahead and I'll take you into that fund and show you their 3% exposure to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So what I have here for you today is basically, it's actually a rather humorous clip of Kevin O'Leary. I really enjoy Kevin O'Leary. And also, I've invested in some of his, he's got his own little funds. He calls them the O shares. And I invest in some of those, very, very small percentage exposure in that. But I found him talking about Bitcoin, and I wanted to share it with you here, okay? So let's go ahead and hop over and check it out.
Shark Tank, Mark Cuban thinks it's a nothing burger and irrelevant. I just saw a story last night when I was reading up to prepare for this segment. Headline, Dallas Mavericks offers special merchandise discounts for Bitcoin buyers. So, that's another arena, pardon the pun, where you could see legitimacy to Bitcoin from people like Mark Cuban, your buddy, who are trying to make this a more relevant part of people's lives.
I know Mark quite well. He also was quoted saying he thinks bananas are a bigger common currency, and he's probably right. I want to go to Pomp's issue about this idea that you're protecting your capital buying Bitcoin. There is no evidence that it has a reverse correlation to correcting markets. Last March, if you owned Bitcoin, you got slaughtered, and you had a lot more volatility than the S&P. My whole point is there's a lot of interesting ideas here, and certainly the fact that a Bitcoin, all the other ones haven't worked, but Bitcoin has. This concept of a digital currency is one that would work, and my whole point is, for all of us, including you, Scott, who monitor and work within the financial services multi-trillion-dollar global industry, is this a nothing burger? It's not even a single-cell amoeba. If you took all of the market cap of Bitcoin, totally irrelevant. I love to talk about it. It's fun to watch it go up and down. But during the day, when the bell rings, I don't talk to anybody that's worried about this. They do not put capital to work in Bitcoin. Maybe it's fun if you're an individual high net worth person that wants to just play with it. But the financial markets deal with regulators, and you can only operate within the confines of those rules. And so when we glorify something like this, it really has nothing to do with the financial markets that make the whole world work. And no institutional or sovereign fund investor I've ever talked to has said to me, go index all of the cryptocurrencies for me. And the reason they don't want to own that is they fear the regulator. Yeah. And watch what happens one day. And I'm waiting for this one. I'm waiting for the day that one of these regulators comes down hard on Bitcoin. Grown men are going to weep when that happens. Well, you'll never see a loss of capital like that ever in your life. Yeah, it'll be brutal. Okay, and I'm just saying you got to get ready for it. To that point, listen, I'm ready to risk the rest of the. I got $52 here. I could lose it all, and I don't know where 1-800 operators are standing by to explain what happened. Yeah. It's not going to. This is just ether. That's all it is.
Shepard Smith here.
So there you go, guys. That's Kevin O'Leary there. I found that to be pretty funny. Again, so basically, I do have very, very small exposure to Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and what that is exactly is basically you can go and in any account, any brokerage account, you can just go ahead and buy the symbol GBTC, and then as opposed to Bitcoin, which is kind of complicated to buy. You can buy Bitcoin in your PayPal now, but basically, so I've got a little bit of that Grayscale. Let's take a look real quick. I do follow ARK and certainly enjoy their perspective on a lot of things and what they're doing with investing. And let's take a look real quick. And this is the ARK. Let me minimize my screen a little bit. This is the ARK This is the ARK fund that actually has some of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And this is the next generation internet. So I've got positions here in the next generation internet, and then the ARK Innovation fund that they have, the ETFs. So basically, if you take a look here, they do have, you can see right here, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust 3%. I do not see it in their ARK Innovation, and I didn't see it in the other ARK funds that they have. Really the only other ARK funds I'm looking at are the fintech, and then also the robotics, the autonomous, the artificial intelligence and robotics fund that ARK has. So basically, yeah. So that is ARK's exposure, which is significant. Another play that you can consider is actually PayPal. I've used PayPal since well over 15 years ago. It's a great, I shouldn't say great investment. It's something that it was kind of a no-brainer for me. The thing with PayPal is it's getting pretty big. It's already at, let's take a look at the time of this recording. Again, here it is. It is Monday, December 28th. At the time of this recording, PayPal is trading at $235 a share, which is also a market cap of $276 billion. So that's pretty big. They're getting up there. So anyway, it just seems like a much safer play if you're going to go and invest in something that has some sort of exposure to Bitcoin. It seems to me that PayPal might even be a little bit more comfortable than something like a Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin. I'm watching it. I'm personally a little bit concerned about having too much exposure to Bitcoin. And I think for me, what I do is I really enjoy looking at companies, and I go after growth companies. And there's a couple things that I look at. I mean, number one, market cap. I mean, you want to be able to catch, a growth company before it gets too big. 20 billion is kind of the magic number for me. Like if I can catch it under 20, that's something that is really appealing to me. Etsy right now is a great. I shouldn't say great. Etsy right now is a company that is at least it was under 20 billion. Now it's slightly over 20 billion in terms of their market cap, which is a high growth opportunity. I also look at year-over-year revenue growth, and then I also look at what their gross profits are relative to their market cap. And then what that enables me to do is that enables me to do really what I call relative valuation. I mean, it's fine that the stock market is very high right now. Here we are, December 2020, and valuation, traditional valuation in terms of looking at their earnings compared to their market cap, those ratios are going to be pretty high, right? But with respect to gross profits, that's a different story. Gross profits, really tell a whole lot about a company, at least in my experience and in my opinion, and that's kind of what one of the things I look at. So. Pretty much, there you go. Year-over-year revenue growth, what their gross profits are in terms of the gross profit, the margin percentage, and then what the actual number of the gross profits relative to the market cap. The problem with Bitcoin is you can't do that. You can't, you're just kind of, I guess, who knows what you're doing. I mean, the analysts of Bitcoin, I don't know what it is that they're analyzing. I mean, I understand that there's only going to be 21 million that are going to be made or from the mystery man or whatever. But, I don't really know exactly, what there is to analyze, with Bitcoin. So it seems to me like it's a little bit, it's just a little bit scary for me, but certainly exciting to watch and fun to learn about. Let me know what your thoughts are on Bitcoin relative to other companies. Okay, thanks a lot. And remember, if you aren't already, you can generate leads, generate profits, and or just generate income from your social media profiles. My program is called Profile Profit Machine. There's going to be a link in this video or in this email if you're seeing this from an email. And you can partner with me and the world record holder for the fastest website funnel to hit $1 million. That record is 28 days, okay? And then also I just came out with a blueprint, a wealth and instant credit blueprint. I've got 5 guaranteed credit cards in there that you can get. And then also I cover investing, I cover online income, I cover credit, and then also cover business credit and financial independence. So there's a lot in there, and it's only $7, everybody, okay? All right, have a great one, and let me know your thoughts.